Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Adam, this is my YouTube channel Adam Sews, and this is this week's Friday Sews. So Friday Sews is brought to us by the incredible, as Carol in her video said today, the Queen of Sewing, Jen from Stay in Jen's Sewing Room. She created the hashtag so that we could all get together on a Friday, all vlog under one hashtag, and so that it was easy for everyone to find us. That is Dobby squeaking and screaming because he's got a teddy in his mouth and he's so excited and happy about it. That's what he likes to do. So what have I been up to this week? I have got quite a lot of sewing done this week. The first thing, I'm trying to think of what to start with. First thing I started with was last weekend. I spent most of the weekend sewing up another shirt. Last week I made one from Liberty Tanner lawn. This week I made one from my lawn that I got from the lovely Narissa from the Bargello edit, who is no longer trading at the moment. She has taken a break from the company, but she will be back at some point, I'm sure. So this is the shirt that I made. It is from this, as I say, it's from 100% cotton. It's like a lawn weight, and I had a bit of a nightmare with the hem on the Liberty one. So this time I thought, you know what? I'm not going to do the hem the same way. I am going to use my beautiful Specky Seamstress Notions bias binding. So I bound the bottom of it and it has come out completely smooth. No arguments with the machine during the process. The only other thing as well is I changed this time is I didn't use French seams on the sleeve heads. And after putting one in, I instantly regretted it, so I will do that in future. I also tried to put the sleeves in flat this time because the pattern tells you to, whereas the Liberty one that I made last week, I put them in and eased them in as a fully constructed sleeve with the side seams of the shirt finished, and the ones in the Liberty went in better as well. So I'm not doing it flat like the pattern says. I'm going to do it the way that I want to do it, the way that I should have done it the first time, well, the second time that I did the first time, if that makes any sense whatsoever. The only thing that I need to do is just move the placement of the top button because there is a little bit of a gape here because that button is too low down on the actual collar. However, this fabric was a slight nightmare to sew. I don't know why, but it creases a lot more than the Liberty Tanner lawn does. And it just kept pressing weird, which was a bit odd. And I'm wondering whether when I pre-washed it, I used too much softener, which is what I think the problem was. Because it did, when I was pressing it, you could smell the softener as well. So I think I used a little bit too much softener. I have a habit of doing that because I just love the smell of it. But anywho, moving on. I will have, if I haven't already, I will have inserted some footage of me prancing around in it. And so you can see it on. What am I wearing? This is a Grasser pattern, which is the oversized men's tee. I made it a couple of weeks ago. It's in another vlog. If you want the pattern for it, there's only 2 t-shirt patterns on the men's section of the Grasser website. If I remember, I'll put it in the description box. If I don't, there's a fitted tee and an oversized tee, so it's the oversized out of the two. Pre-orders have been on top priority this week because my pre-order list was getting quite full, so I am more than halfway through it now, which is great. I have taken on a few more pre-orders this week. It's funny, I kind of get through a lot of pre-orders and then I suddenly get a wave of people over sort of like a 48-hour period say, "Oh, I'd like to put in a pre-order," which is, I'm not complaining about it, it's brilliant, but I sometimes sort of get to the point and I think to myself, oh, I've almost finished my pre-orders, and then the list fills up again, which is great. I can't complain. So the first one that I finished was a pre-order for the lovely lady that wanted the cats. So this has got the Cheshire Cats from Alice in Wonderland. Bear with me 2 seconds. Dobby, enough, mate. Thank you. And then it's got the cats on the cats on the cubes, which is the cat illusion print from Besties. And then inside I've got the Cheshire Cats, the other colourways, and the other Cheshire Cats down the bottom. But I added to this one, I added some Tudor ribbon to here. I added my little leather label, which is from the glorious Marty from Marty Sews. who makes the best labels in the world. I've got a little handmade label here. I've got some more Tudor ribbon here. And did I put another one? No. I thought there was another label on here somewhere, but there isn't. But I'm really pleased with it. I think it's really pretty. It's really colourful. So that was my first one. That one's all sorted. The second one that I did was this one here for a lovely lady called Lucy. She wanted one with the Dragging Your Feet fabric on it, which is the Dragonfly from Moon Garden. So it's got the contrast blender from Moon Garden, the Baby Geo, little handmade label on here. It's got some of the Tudor ribbon. It's got some of the Tudor ribbon around the other side. On here is the side that I just showed you. I've got the zip side here. And then I've got one of my little leather labels here from Mari. And this is this little, I don't know what it is. So these little creatures, and I've got them in lots of different colours. And I just think it looks really cute. So I added one of those to it. And this has got the beautiful pinks and lilacs and lavender kind of colours inside with the purple tiny dot handles. So the next thing that the other one that I managed to get done was this one. And it's very rare that I make a caddy and I think I may have to recreate this, because I like to keep them all individual, unique and separate for every person. So everyone's caddy is unique to their order. Which even when I do even when someone says to me, a lady contacted me and said, could I make one exactly like Helen from Stitch Repeat? She had a Nightshade Deja Vu one, and I said I can, but I like to change them up a little bit. So it will look very similar, but it will have differences. So this is one that I would actually quite like to make absolutely identical for myself, but I don't need another caddy. I've got one. One is enough. So this is the tortoises. This is the issue. So this is the problem, is the tortoises. I need to make myself something from this fabric because it is probably one of my most favourite fabrics that she's ever done. The colourway is superb. They're doing a pink as well. There's a pink colourway of it here. But I love this teal. I love the tortoise. I think it's absolutely glorious. I was really not that interested in it when it first came out, when I saw it on paper. But as per usual with Tudor's designs, the ones that I don't think that I'm going to like at all normally end up being my favourite. Like Hissy Fit from Moon Garden, the one with the snake. I thought, nah, no snakes for me, thank you very much. But the actual print of that fabric, which I'll show you in a second, is beautiful. So this one has got the lovely blue, one of my lovely blue labels on here for Adam Sews. It's got the beautiful teal ribbon from the Neon True Colours ribbons that have just come out. It's got a little handmade label on it here. It's got the tortoises all the way around. It's got the teal colour Baby Geo from Moon Garden. It's got a nice little teal striped zip with a, there's a thread, with a oil slick pull. And then inside has got two of the different colourways of the Unconditional Love fabric from Besties. And then we've got Lucy in Dragon Fruit from Daydreamer, which is coming back out soon in a multicoloured rainbow version for the Deja Vu of Tabby Road. And then we've got the Unconditional Love in there as well. And I popped little tortoises in the base stabiliser at the bottom. So this one's got a little, this has got a little hedgehog with a little party hat on, which I just think is hilarious. And then it's got a little handmade label, and as I said, my label on the other side. So that is the third one that I've managed to get done this week. I have pre-cut two more. When they will be finished, I'm not sure. When they will go live on the website, I'm also not sure. I have one more pre-order that needs to be done pretty soon. I've got another pre-order, which is from a lovely YouTuber who I'm going to get to meet up with in March when I'm at Sewing for Pleasure. Also, Sewing for Pleasure tickets for me, for my training, not my training. I'm doing some education lessons where we're going to be making a boxy pouch, and I'm going to be there. It's an hour-and-a-half lesson, and you can book in to have me teach you how to make a little boxy pouch from some little layer cake fabrics, some little 10-inch squares and different things. So if you want to book in for that, I think there's probably only, I think there was 12 spaces available over for 3 different days, and I think there's only about 4 tickets left for the Friday, I want to say. Maybe the Sunday, I'm not sure. But it's on the Sewing for Pleasure website. If you go under what's on, there is a link to the classes that you can book in, and I will be holding one on the Thursday, the Friday and the Sunday. I'm not doing one on the Saturday because Saturday I'm on the catwalk. And if you are going to Sewing for Pleasure NEC in March, please come over to my stall and say hello. I will be at the stall when I'm not teaching, and I will have my featherweight there, and I'm going to be piecing some blocks together when I get a chance to. And I think my lovely husband is probably going to be there sewing up some teddies from the Funky Friends Factory patterns, I believe. So there'll be some little knickknacks and different things that are available to purchase and different things on the day as well. And yeah, it'd be great to see you. So that is really it for me this week. I have, as I say, I've got quite a lot of sewing done, and that's about it really. I haven't really got really much else to talk about this week. I had, in terms of life, I've had a pretty rubbish week in terms of my car broke down the week before. Well, it didn't break down, something went wrong with it, so I couldn't drive it. I could drive it, but I shouldn't have been driving it, so I didn't. So that went in to get repaired yesterday, which was twice the price that I thought it was going to be, which was kind of sucky. But anywho, I am going to spend most of the weekend doing some I'm working tomorrow, and then I'm going to spend all day Sunday hopefully on the men's sewing Zoom, which is run by the lovely Stephen from the Idiot Quilter. And I will probably try and get a couple of caddies done and get them uploaded on my website for the end of next week. Possibly. Can't say that for definite. It just depends what happens. But if you are in the market for one and you want to keep in touch, you can. Best place to look is Instagram, because I update that when they're about to go live. So I will see you all soon. Have a good weekend. Happy sewing. Happy Friday. And I'll see you all soon. Bye for now.